Hello, Jeff Martin. I'm pretty excited to talk to you, and I want to start congratulate you on your incredible victory at the National Wine Awards. I don't know what you think when someone phoned you and said, "Well, hey, you're number one in BC. You're the best performing small winery in Canada, and you're number two overall." That's got to be pretty nice accolades.
Yes, it really was. I'll tell you a number of reasons why. We've been Friends, the inception of Friends was 22 years ago. We've won this award once before, which was
Yeah.
incredible. So to win it a second time was really pleasing. But the main reason that it really impressed me this time is because of the people that I've put in place and the vineyards we've accumulated over those 22 years. And I think the benchmark of certainly BC wines, but the Okanagan Valley has the benchmark has been raised every year. So to win this award and win it so strongly for a small winery is great confirmation of what we do. But it's also great to see Friends is still at the forefront of how the industry has evolved after
Yeah.
22 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've always been a highly competent wine guy, and as you say, the whole valley has been rushing and moving forward, but you have managed to stay with them. Tell us a little bit about what it takes to keep the team together and to move to keep that level going up every year with all the competition.
Yeah, well, I've been in the industry for over 45 years now. I'm out of the day to day. We have a very competent team, but when we started Friends, the evolution of Friends has been to become a state grown. And so by controlling your fruit, no matter how, and there are some good grape growers, I'm not denying that, but by controlling your own fruit, that's the starting point. So we've accumulated really good vineyard land, class one land, but just to say, talk about the land, discounts the human intervention and the manipulation or the ongoing. Every year is a different season. So that's very, very important. The grapes that we use in our production are, I think, some of the second to none. They're some of the best vineyards, and we farm sustainably. We use a method called permaculture, it sort of takes from some of the other methods, organic and, some of those types of things. But the other thing that's important are the people, the young people, because I'm 65. 65 in February. The people that we have accumulated, you have to form a good team of people.
Yeah.
Dom McCosker, the winemaker, is terrific. He's learned an awful lot in the 6 or 7 years that he's been with us. And then we have a young New Zealand guy who is originally from Zimbabwe, who's the assistant winemaker. And as I said, my daughter has worked in the business, even though she did a business degree. She's now got formal qualifications in winemaking. And so the whole team, there is no right or wrong answer. Stylistically, how we make these wines, how we blend these wines is our strength. And, the old saying, there is no I in team. Nobody is right. Even though I've got 45 years and I pay the bill, I'm not always right. I don't expect to be right.
That's good to hear. What I'm interested in is that you and Niva, your wife Niva, you looked at the place and said, well, we're going to make a decision to go there. What was it that made you want to come to BC and Naramata? And has it turned out exactly the way you thought it might?
Well, to be dead honest, if you knew what you were getting into, you probably wouldn't do it. No, to be dead honest, we came over here. I'd worked in the Napa, back in 89, 90, and we came up to BC and toured Canada because Canada is so different or BC in particular is so different to Australia. And when we came here, it was just going to be a 2-year working holiday. That was 28 years ago.
Wow.
So what made us come to the Naramata Bench? As you know, in the company, I came to work for Quailsgate, and it was going to be a 2-year deal, and they kept talking, and we ended up staying 4 years. By that time, we'd almost become Canadians. Well, we We love the place. We love the potential of the valley, which we didn't come here for, we didn't foresee the potential of the valley. But during my work with Quailsgate, I was sourcing grapes for them everywhere from Winfield to Osoyoos. And my feeling was that I wanted a beautiful area that could do a lot of different wine styles, and that was Narramatta Bench. And a great gal called Pat Bowen, who's just retiring from the Pacific Ag Research, she did a really simple survey where she tallied all the wines that got silver or gold over a couple of years, what varieties got silver or gold, and far and away the number one region was Narramatta Bench. And when you look at the views and the lake views, it's pretty hard to pass up on this lake view, irrespective of wine quality. A lot of regions are making good wine quality, but I truly believe that Narramatta Bench can do the greatest range, and I think that's proven. Well, hey, didn't my award prove that to some extent?
Yeah, in many ways. I mean, a fortified wine, a white blend, a Chardonnay, a red blend, and a Riesling as your top 5 wines. If you told that to someone in Bordeaux or Burgundy, they go, "What? Well, how's that possible?" But I want to talk just quickly. I don't want to run out of time. The Liqueur Muscat and the Reserve Ensemble. What can you tell people about those 2 wines quickly?
Okay, we make 3 fortifieds: a tawny port, a liqueur muscat, and a vintage port. We have 3 fortified wines, 3 port wines. They each win gold or platinum, and any one of them are capable. They were started, the base wines were started 20 years ago. Sorry. Okay. So we make, I think, world-class. I think they're the style, that style, liqueur muscat is something from Australia, Rutherglen, Australia, and that's the benchmark that we use.
Yeah.
And sure. I think it's incredible, and so it's got old material, it's got super unctuous, rich, and I think it could stand alongside some of the best out of Rutherglen. I think it's a great wine for 20 years old. Yeah. Now the ensemble, the ensemble is a blend of predominantly Sauvignon Blanc, and it's typical of our reserve range. With our portfolio range, our varietal range, we want to showcase the variety. With the ensembles and our reserves, this is where the artistry of winemaking comes in, where we want to impact the blend or the style based on winemaking techniques, as well as the quality base fruit. So that ensemble, that's been a top wine for us. But then again, the Chardonnay got gold as well. Yeah. So that's where the artistry of the winemaking comes in. And so both of those wines are fantastic.
Okay. In fact, you won 6 other gold medals, which is just amazing. Two platinum, 6 golds. Very impressive. Yeah. I mean, I've been doing it for 20 years, and I know how hard it is to win two golds in a competition. But you are a small winery and you sell a lot of your wine. In fact, I think a lot of it's gone. What can you tell people? What can they expect? Do they have to sign up for next year, or how would you tell them to learn about your wines now?
Well, the problem now, if you can find it in a wine shop, some of our agents in Victoria and Vancouver in the interior do have, but they get a certain allocation. I really don't know what's available in wine shops, what's sitting on a wine shop shelf. We're in a great position. Our reputation has been based on quality and value for 22 years. So therefore, we're very consistent in what we do. So by far the best thing to do is join our wine club, and even some of that's getting capped now. We just had a meeting this morning for 2022. Where are we going to sell this wine? Are we going to do this or that? And being vineyard designated, we're going to have some ups and downs in our production just purely through what grapes come along. So by far and away, join our wine club.
Well, Jeff, on behalf of many Canadians who've enjoyed your wines, and of course all the judges who were blown away by your performance, we really thank you for entering your wines, taking a chance on us, and sharing them with us. And now we hope we can share them with the rest of Canada. But thanks for chatting about them today.
Thank you very much. It was a fantastic award.